My sights on, high life drone, twilight zone, fly like I'm stoned. Yeah. They way gone, J-Way is known. Go hard, go home, get money long. My life up, flow like up, hoes like yup. I'm like fuck, where's my phone?
Discipline and willpower alone does not allow most guys to consistently stay porn-free. In 2015, Cambridge researcher Dr. Valerie Boone found that porn consumption causes what's known as cortical hypofrontality in the brain. Cortical hypofrontality is simply a term that neuroscientists use to describe when your brain's frontal lobe begins to shrink and decay. Now, the frontal lobe is responsible for acute impulse control and being able to practice delayed gratification. So guys get trapped in this self-repeating cycle to where they've been consuming porn for years, so their frontal lobe and impulse control is impaired. So when that urge hits, it doesn't matter how much discipline or willpower they have, they just don't have the impulse control to stay porn-free. And then, when this leads to even more porn consumption, it causes even more cortical hypofrontality, and the longer that guys consume porn for, the deeper they get trapped in this self-repeating cycle. Which is why...
Yo, what up YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin, coming back with another one, man. And I just want to tell y'all, man, listen, when I first started, NoFap, right? And I had those, those relapses early on. One thing I did notice, right? After practicing NoFap and going a week or so, 8 days, whatever. When I started even just going weeks and days and then a relapse, I noticed that porn wasn't hitting like it used to. You know what I'm saying? So the effects of NoFap are immediate. Because before, when I would be watching that shit, it didn't feel like you was really looking at a screen. It felt like you was in that world. You know what I'm saying? Like your eyes was so deep in it. Your energy was so deep in it. Your frequency and everything about you was so deep in it. It didn't even feel like you was looking at a screen, bro. It felt like you was in that world. That's why I say, it's like getting digital cheeks, bro. But all you doing is using your hand. But I noticed, though, in those relapses that shit wasn't hitting the same. It more so started feeling like I was staring at a screen, where when I was deep in that shit, it didn't feel like that. That's why I was so addicted. That's why we get so addicted to that release. That's why we get so addicted to pornography, because it feel like we like deep in that shit. To the point to where like I say, man, that's how delusional you are when you fapping, bro, and watching pornography. That's how delusional you are. You really tricked yourself into thinking that you getting the real thing. You really tricking yourself to really thinking that you in that screen, like you really feeling, the real energy of a female, but you really ain't, bro. You feeling your hard ass hands and some lotion, bro. And it's like, that was another thing that pushed me, though, as I continued on with NoFap, bro. Like, it was just like, it literally felt like now, since I started that shit, like I was staring, like it feels like I'm literally stroking myself to a screen. And then you can't help but to reflect and ask yourself, like, how the fuck did I get that deep into it now? Like, how did I realize what the fuck I was doing, to where I allowed myself to be just so engraved in that shit, so embedded in pornography, to where it didn't even feel like I was looking at a laptop screen, to where it really didn't feel like I was looking at a phone screen, to where it's just like in HD, like it's up close and personal, like some shit like in Willy Wonka when the old boy got zapped and he ended up in the TV. That's how much we tricked ourselves into that shit. And then people want to think that it don't have no mental effects on you. Hell, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. Fuck yeah, it has mental effects on you, bro. Psychological effects on you. because you manipulating your brain, you manipulating your dopamine receptors into thinking that you getting something that you not. So how can you not think that that's gonna fuck with you psychologically? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Soon as I started NoFap, telling you, like, that shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, them relapses, now it feel like I'm fucking looking at a screen. Now I feel fucking ridiculous. But, you know, you want what you want in that moment, and you already, you know, past the point of no return. It's just like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You done already went that far. You ain't gonna stop, but you will realize, and it's gonna hurt even more. Like, because now you feel what you've been doing to yourself. Now you getting a real glimpse of it. To where before you didn't think nothing of it. You know, before, you know, all them bookmarks that you had and favorite websites that you had, you didn't think nothing of it. You know, but now, you know, since you started NoFap, you getting a dose of reality right there. To where now you second guessing yourself. You questioning your own logic. You questioning yourself like, oh man, what the fuck? You know, like you really, like, you lose respect for yourself in those moments, bro. Because you start to think and wonder, like, how did you get to this point? You know, because you know that you deserve better. And that's the thing, bro. You know, deep down inside, you know that you deserve better. You know that you can do better. You know what I'm saying? You know that something ain't right. And this can't be my life. This can't be what I do all the time. And it's the only time to where I feel good. This can't be it. So, you know, you come to a realization. You come to a realization like, look, you know what? You know, now that I know that I got a real problem, it's time for me to make real changes. And that's what we got to continue to do, bro. Because being stuck in that psychological world, that digital world, is not healthy for you. You know, in reality, bro. That doesn't do anything for you from a spiritual standpoint. That doesn't do anything for you from a vibrational standpoint, to where that shit is keeping your vibration low. It's keeping your mind in the gutter. That's, you know, you become easily distracted. You know what I mean? Especially when women is around. So now that's all you think about. That's all you think about. So when are you gonna consider you when all you thinking about is ass and titties? When all you thinking about is porn? When all you thinking about is chasing women and releasing? So where do you come into play? Where do your health come into play? Where do your purpose come into play? Where do your finances come into play? Where do your relationship with the Most High come into play? Because you're not thinking about it when you out there living like that. You know, when you keeping yourself in this space. But people wonder, oh man, that shit don't make you, you know, view women as objects. Yes, the fuck it does. You know why? Because I done been on this journey long enough. And I still have to find ways to not view them in that manner. You know what I mean? I could be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing to be ashamed of, bro. Because all that does is inform me that I got work to do. All that does is inform me that I can't abandon this. All that does is inform me that I gotta get better. Because I don't want to view women like that. You know, I want to read deeper into these women. You know what I mean? And you should want to do the same thing too, especially if you out there, you know, trying to attract the right one. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to attract the right female, bro, how the fuck you gonna do that shit if you doing everything to deter them just in your energy and your vibration, bro? And that's what we was doing, bro. How the fuck did we think that we was gonna get blessed? How did we think that we was gonna find the right one? How the fuck did we think that we was gonna be living right and get to the thing and get to the life that we want when we doing everything in our power to take away from ourselves? How the fuck? You know, how the fuck does that work? How does that work? That's like you expecting to stack money in your bank, but you steady spending. How the fuck are you gonna stack money? How you gonna save up for a car? How you gonna do that? How you gonna save up for a house? How you gonna do that? How you gonna start a business? You can't even manage your money. How you gonna get a better life? You can't even manage your energy. And that's what it is. That's what it was, bro. Bad energy management. And if you ever want to get back into bad energy management to where you wasting it away, to where you deteriorating yourself, your mind, your body, and your soul, and everything else about you, go back to pornography. Because that's exactly what it does. That's exactly what it does. So understand, bro. Like, listen, man, you know, I can't. I got to get better because I know that old me and how I used to think, that shit wasn't attractive, bro. In several different ways. That's why I said, bro, like, you're not going to attract anything. You're not going to attract the women. You're not going to attract the life. You're not going to attract the money. You're not going to attract, you know, your best version. You're not going to even attract your purpose, bro, living like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you're not putting yourself in position to win. You know. So you got a bunch of motherfuckers out there that wanna fight tooth and nail, and then we gonna see how they end up. We can see how they end up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because all it takes is one part, one person, you know, one piece of you that you didn't work on to drag you down. We've seen it. I talked about it with these celebrities that get this amount of money, they get this status, but they never worked on one part of themselves, and that one part that they didn't work on before they got what they wanted, guess what? That was the part that drug them down. Whether it was addiction, having female problems, not getting control of their emotions, health problems, eating habits, and all of that shit. Listen, whatever they didn't work on is what drug them down. So no matter what status, how high you get, bro, you know what I'm saying? If it's one thing, it could be porn, it could be lust, whatever the case may be. Whatever issue that you have, bro, whatever you get to, understand that one piece could be just enough to sink your ship. And we not trying to do that over here. We not letting this bullshit do it. So stay focused, stay committed, and stay on this journey. All right? And that's my word, man. My name Jay Sinn, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.
Hustle hard, yeah, that's all day. I'ma keep putting in work, yeah, that's all day. I'm in here to do my job, yeah, that's all day. What I do ain't a facade, this is all Jay. Hustle hard, yeah, that's all day. I'ma keep putting in work, yeah, that's all day. I'm in here to